welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the top 5 bottom 5 brand tag created by Samantha March. I'm going to link her channel below and her original video below so you can check it out. She's so sweet and really down to earth. I love watching her videos. So I'm going to start off first with my top 5 and then end with my bottom 5. So the top 5 brands are brands that keep you interested and they keep it fresh, or the products that they release are really unique, whether it's color wise, product type wise, packaging wise. So my first top brand is Natasha Denona. I just love her editorial style because she is a makeup artist for fashion shows and magazines and all those kinds of things. So she has a very nice style that's different from Instagram kind of makeup. I love the palette themes that she comes out with. But she has a really great formula, especially her little 5-pan holiday palettes. Those are so stunning and I just love her color combinations. And I love that she creates kind of cool toned and warm toned and kind of neutral but also more fun palettes, so it's kind of a little bit for everybody, whoever likes cool tones, whoever likes more just bronze tones for every day. And I love watching her tutorials. I feel like I always learn something different. She keeps it really fresh. The next one is ColourPop. I know ColourPop releases a lot of stuff, but I feel like 90% of the time it's really good. They have a consistency of producing products that are of great quality and affordable, so I just really love them. They also have themes, and I love that, and it's really fun. They have a lot of collaborations, which is also awesome. And I love their eyeshadows, their lipsticks, their lip glosses, just everything except for the foundation. And pretty much if they're coming out with something, I'm most likely gonna want it. The next one is Lime Crime. I've been using Lime Crime for so many years. They were the first or second matte lipstick formula that I've ever tried, and it was my favorite. And I have so many of their velveteens. I absolutely love them, and their plushies are really great, and the lip glosses are my favorite lip gloss ever. I just love all the colors they come up with, and I love also their style. It's very different. They're more fun and colorful and unconventional, and also their eyeshadow palettes are really great quality, and I feel like every time they release something, the packaging is really great. I know some people might think it's a little kiddish looking, but I think it's really fun, and I love using their products. Every time they're about to release something, I'm like on the edge of my seat waiting to see what it is. The next two are indie brands. The first one is Sydney Grace. I just love her eyeshadows and her formula, her metallics, and she comes out with new shades all the time, and they're also like themed depending on the season, which I love. She just recently came out with an all green kind of spring themed color scheme, and I love greens, and I love supporting indie brands. The next one is Menagerie Cosmetics. They were previously Makeup Monsters. I've purchased the Makeup Monsters matte liquid lipsticks, which are really nice. They had so many fun colors. It was awesome. And now they've rebranded. I just love the visuals that they're using on their palettes. The really nicely painted kind of, environments with animals. And I just love what they stand for. So I love supporting Menagerie as well. And I've pre-ordered their Whale Song palette that I'm really excited about because it's all blue themed. So those were my top 5. And now on to the bottom 5. Number 1, Benefit Cosmetics. They don't really come out with that much stuff, and if they do, they're just repackaging their eyebrow products, which I don't think are that great. I feel like the only time that I really hear about them is when they have that Benefit brow surge and everybody's trying to participate, but then otherwise, like, nobody's using any of their stuff. I tried one thing from them a long time ago. It was like an under eye pencil thing that was supposed to help cancel out kind of darkness, and it gave me an allergic reaction, so I just haven't really wanted to buy from them. The packaging's kind of, kiddish. It has a totally different vibe from like Lime Crime. Feels like hip, and then Benefit just feels kind of like kiddish like. And the next brand is MAC Cosmetics. I feel like they used to be the brand to buy. Like, everybody was dying to have MAC products, including me. I was super excited to go get my first MAC lipstick a couple of years ago. But now they have some releases here and there, and I just don't feel like they're really interesting. And I've tried their eyeshadows and they were awful. I think the only thing that I really like from them is their Fix Plus spray, and that's about it. I'm not really interested ever in buying anything else from them. They've definitely fallen off, I think, because there's so many other brands that are new or up and coming that have just blown up and blown them out of the water, and they can't keep up. So then we have Lorac. I feel like every time I see one of their palettes, I'm just like, why? I don't understand. I think maybe like 4 years ago when I first started getting into makeup, I really wanted one of their palettes. I think it was like the gold. It was gold something, and I was like, oh, this is so beautiful, and I'm so glad I never bought it. I heard that the quality is really great, but I'm just not interested in the color schemes. The pans are tiny, and I don't think they've been really releasing any new products either. And then the next one is NARS. They have a bunch of palettes, like eyeshadow palettes, and every time I see it, I'm just like, yawn. Like, there's nothing special about them. I feel like their consumer market is definitely more towards people who like to wear neutral, makeup for every day, and that's just not me, and I just feel like it's way overpriced for those little palettes. I only really like the creamy concealer or something that I haven't bought in like over 2 years probably, and they're just, they're just really boring to me. I don't really find them exciting. So this last brand is Makeup Geek. I was really excited about this brand when I first started getting into makeup about 4 years ago. Everybody wanted Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Oh my god, they're only $5. They're cheaper than MAC, and they're really good quality. So, I got a bunch of them. I tried some lip products and some of their loose pigments, which were beautiful. And then they've just kind of vanished, and everybody just stopped caring about them. And then the owner, Marlena, made like that video about complaining about influencers charging too much, and she just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, the way she handled that whole thing, like, wah, my brand went down the drain. Like, that's on you. That has nothing to do with everybody else. Like, that's your job, is to do marketing and to put your brand out there, to stay in the now, and to keep up with everything, the trends, and just become something different from everyone else, which is really hard because the market is super oversaturated, and I don't think that they were ready for that. And they released recently these 2 palettes that I was like, are you kidding me? This is Makeup Geek. I thought that it was some like Walmart brand, like it looked like maybe it was like hard candy palette or something. It looks really cheap. So, and then also she's been like teasing things on Twitter that are coming out, and then she's like, they're not coming out this spring, they're coming out next spring. I'm like, why are you teasing them now? Also, way too freaking late, because there's going to be so many other brand releases before then that are really similar to yours, because they're re-releasing all their eyeshadows. I just feel like the only people that are going to buy her stuff at that point are gonna be like the hardcore ride or dies that just really want it for nostalgic reasons, because that's the brand that they started using maybe when all this makeup stuff like YouTube and Instagram kind of blew up. But I just feel like they're so 4 years ago, and just in general, I know this is just 5 brands, but I feel like all the like Tom Ford and Charlotte Tilbury and those kind of brands, like they're kind of bougie. Oh my god, yawn fest. I just do not care about anything they release. Maybe like one thing in a year, but I just wouldn't even want to pay that much money for it. There's so many other brands, like indie brands, and I would just rather buy from them than these giant companies. So yeah, that's that. I try to not rant too much. Let me know in the comments below what your top 5, bottom 5 brands are, if you agree or disagree with some of mine. I would love to know and hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.